your dreams.
I might be a little late to the party, but whatever. ZZZ devs just did a dev talk, and I was pretty impressed with the whole thing. I do think developers should do these a little bit more often. Genshin hardly ever does it. I don't think HSR does it. I think Snowbreak kind of does it, but like on their own, like Chinese Reddit. So seeing a dev talk from ZZZ was kind of a surprise because it was very unexpected. One thing I paid attention to is that the developer Jué was actually speaking English during this dev talk. So the fact that he was speaking in complete English basically tells me that they generally really do care about the global side of the player base, at least. Accent was still a little thick, but you know, I really do appreciate the fact that he was willing to speak English just to speak with the global audience, or at least the Western audience. Anyways, in the dev talk, he revealed the season 2 story a little bit for Zenless Zone Zero. We're gonna meet up with a Anby clone or a Kiana clone. I forgot the name of the character on the top of my head because it's Chinese. We're basically gonna be meeting up with her. I feel like she might be like the Miyabi of season 2. She looks like a very strong character. She's got angel wings. She seems very impressive, okay? Not only did they reveal a little bit of the story of season 2, but they also revealed upcoming factions, a certain idol faction that's coming in season 2. The idols have been hyped up for quite some time now, and it's finally good to hear that they will be coming in season 2, and I will also be coming as well. And I'm sure a majority of the player base will also be coming as well. I also talked about the UI changes for Zenless Zone Zero. Instead of that weird like thing that we get when we open the map, we're actually going to be getting like a map, like a full map of New Eridu instead of that like menu selection thing. I'm used to the menu map thing, but having an actual map would actually be kind of helpful. Another thing that the developer Jué talked about was that Zenless Zone Zero is also going to be coming to the Xbox. So 5 more people in the world can now play Zenless Zone Zero. I guess that's pretty cool. I think one of the major plot points of this dev talk was that the developer was saying that they planned to make characters future-proof for a very long time. One example he gave out is Trigger, the recent new character that we've got. If you swap out of Trigger, Trigger will at least like stay on the field and do stuff. They plan on making characters less than a in and out and more of a like, you know, they're support or off field, but they'll still kind of like be on field, kind of similar to Trigger's kit. But they do plan on reworking characters that are kind of like in and out, kind of like Nicole or Sukaku. It'd be kind of interesting to see like Nicole twerking in the background while we're beating the shit out of Ethereals. They also plan to just generally like rework old characters. They can probably do this through the character through their character story arc quest. I know FGO will buff their characters through like a story quest or like a character story quest. You do the character story quest and the character will get buffed. I wonder if Zenless Zone Zero will do that. They also don't plan to just, you know, up their damage a little bit. They do also plan to maybe even rework the animations of old characters. I think HoYoverse might have been like a precursor to this. Specific characters in HoYoverse will have their kit changed and even an animation change. For example, Corin in HoYoverse can use her buzzsaw as transportation, which is pretty cute and funny. So old characters that are in HoYoverse, they might get like, you know, their HoYoverse kits in the actual game itself instead of it being exclusive to HoYoverse only. But I do advocate the idea of buffing old characters so they can at least, you know, be on par with the new characters, with the new meta, and so on and so forth. I think FGO does a pretty good job at like reworking characters and buffing characters. So maybe HoYoverse can take some inspiration from Fate Grand Order. Other things that the devs have talked about is that they plan on, you know, having fun events. They plan on improving existing events like that Arknights minigame, Fall Guys minigame. Overall, I am pretty excited about the future of Zenless Zone Zero. It's really nice that they took the time out of their day to talk with the player base. And a lot of devs these days kind of don't really do that. So kudos to the devs at the ZZZ team. Thank you. And that's about all. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye now. Come again soon.